Hello and welcome back to my channel and Supernatural Living. It's Debs here. I'm going to talk to you today about duality and non-duality because I have been asked a question to explain what they are. I'm going to do my best, but before I dive in, if you like this video, please do give it a like, and if you have any comments or questions come up, please do drop them below. So let's dive in. Duality and non-duality. What do they even mean? Well, the most obvious meaning straight away that we can see is duality means two, non-duality, not two, therefore one. So if we look at that in the context of our spiritual journey, we are spiritual beings here having a human experience. So a spiritual being, there is only one spiritual being. So for everything that you see in this entire universe is one being, one spiritual being. There is only oneness. There is non-duality. There are not two. And then we have this human experience, and human experience is the oneness, the one being having an experience of two, pretending to itself, forgetting, falling asleep to the fact that it is only one, and having an experience as if it is separate. I feel in my humanity here, I'm making this video. It feels like I am here making this video and you are there watching this video, and we are not one and the same person. It feels like we are two separate individuals. But non-duality points us back to the fact of our spiritual nature, which is connection, which is love, which is oneness. And yet our human experience has us here having this experience of separation of two. So that in a nutshell is what duality and non-duality mean. But what are the implications of that, if you like, for our spiritual journey and for us here as human beings? Well, the difference it makes is massive. It is humongous. When we go on our spiritual journey, when we begin to awaken, what we are awakening to is the fact of love, connection, divinity, oneness, is the fact that we are not dual, that this experience here of being separate from each other, of being something other than, just isn't true. It's a sort of an illusion, if you like. A little stronger than that maybe, but that is at the basis of it. There are not two here, which is why as we go on a spiritual journey, a part of our understanding is love and acceptance, because what we do to another person in some form, in some way, we are actually doing that to ourselves, because ultimately there is only oneness here. So it kind of wakes us up to being more accepting of each other and being kinder to each other. But it is the most confusing thing for us to have these two experiences, if you like, because we all, somewhere within us, beyond our humanness, beyond our human mind, there is a knowing within us of love and oneness and connection. That is what is waking up. This is why there are so many people now on spiritual journeys, looking in this direction, getting curious about these types of things, because something within us is stirring, and knowing that there is more to us than these separate human beings who fight against things, fight between ourselves, fight against things. There is something deeper, and there is something ultimately much more than that. And so this is what this investigation, this exploration is about. It is about looking, how is this going to make a difference to my human existence, to my day-to-day humanity and how I live? How is it going to make it easier for me? How is it going to make it more peaceful? How am I going to be more healthy, more wealthy, more fit, strong? All of the things I want to be. How does connecting to a deeper truth help me in that, which is why we are curious about it. So it's waking up in us to look in this direction, because the further into duality, the further we separate out, the more that we turn against each other and believe that other things, the planet, the universe, animals, other things around us, the more that we believe that they are something other than us and separate from us, it influences how we treat those things. And the more that we are waking up to the knowledge that there is ultimately only oneness here, and the way we treat other things ultimately comes back round to us, it changes fundamentally who we are being. It changes who we are. And when we change in that way, our level of consciousness is rising, and so we are stepping more fully into the truth of who we are, which ultimately means our ordinary, normal, everyday life gets simpler, gets easier. So it has massive connotations for our relationships, for our health, for our well-being, for our wealth. It has huge connotations for everything. To have an understanding of what duality and non-duality is and what that means for us, and then embarking on this journey of looking within ourselves for our own answers to what this means to us. Because ultimately we are all aspects of the divine. As I said, there is one being here with multiple aspects, and each one of us is an aspect, a separate and different aspect of that. So we all have our different journeys, we all have our own wisdom, we all have our inner knowing. Ultimately, there is one truth. How we journey there, how we get there, how we view that truth through our own individual aspect of it, that can be different in each and every one of us. And it is supremely important that we go inside ourselves and find and connect to our own truth for ourselves. That is the difference also. That makes a difference. So this isn't about listening to another person and taking their word for it. It's listening to another person and knowing yourself, understanding your feelings and your own inner self to feel the resonance within you for what is true for you, and following your own inner journey to where that takes you. That is ultimately the journey of truth and love. So hopefully there was something helpful in that. If you enjoy my video, as I said, do drop me a like. If this raises any questions for you, I would absolutely love to hear you. Happy to make more videos, happy to expand on this, happy to make videos on other topics. My next video for you to look out for is going to be an update of the barn, the amazing build that I'm doing from this understanding, from coming to an understanding of who I am. I am consciously creating land and a barn and a home for me and my partner, and my next video is going to be a long overdue update on that. So do look out for that, and I will see you soon. Bye for now, guys.